Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. You're welcome back to Miss Oluwakolumi. It's so good to be back, and by the environment you can already tell what type of video, what type of vlog is going on today. I have like two women that I admire a lot, and in the spirit of International Women's Day, I think it's the perfect time to shoot and upload this video for your viewing pleasure. And I have two women that like I said before, I admire a whole lot. I admire them for the type of work that they do, and they are my heroes and my role models, if you understand what I mean. And without further ado, I'll let them do the honors of introducing themselves. But whilst before we go there, please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, and meet me in the comment section. You're welcome back, guys.
Hi, my name is Joan and I'm a business analyst and product manager.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Ogechi. I'm a business analyst. Thank you.
Hi guys, and now that we have met Ogechi and Joe, we've been wanting to shoot this video for the longest time, but I'm happy that we finally have the opportunity. And what better time than the International Women's around the period. So I'd like to, without further ado, I'd like to ask Joan or Ogechi, I'd like to ask you guys, just to build on the premise of your foundation before coming into business analysis. I'd like to ask, what did you study in school, Joan?
All right, so that's a very interesting question because it's something people tend to wonder about, right? For me, both my first degree, second degree had nothing to do with tech, right? My first degree was in agricultural science, and then I have an MBA, management, strictly management. So yeah, nothing technical.
And I thought that was different from law to So Ogechi.
I studied public administration, my first degree, right? And then I have an advanced diploma in business administration. So it's nothing pertaining
to business
to
analysis.
tech, nothing pertaining to IT, nothing. No knowledge of IT from the first degree up until the diploma, advanced diploma. So yeah.
And I think this is like the story for a lot of business analysts. It's just very few business analysts that I met that have actually said, oh, they probably had a degree in computer science and whatnot. The usual story is always like, oh, I came from law, came from this. And this is just to say, and the essence of this question is just to say that you don't necessarily have to have a degree in tech. Do you feel like your lack of degree or background in business analysis by education, like education wise, you feel it has had any effect on you?
Absolutely not, right? So I don't think not having any degree in tech or not even having any in-depth knowledge about tech put me at a disadvantage in the tech space. I don't think so, because I mean, everything you need to learn, you can learn on the job, and then of course when you have lots of online courses, boot camps and everything. So I think you just, whatever you set your mind to, it's pretty much achievable, if you ask me.
All right, so like Oge said, I don't think he had ever felt like I needed to have an engineering degree or an IT degree for me to be a business analyst. I've never felt hampered by my background, right? So, and a lot of people, a lot of other business analysts that I know too, came from different background, and I'm talking about great business analysts, and it's not like they had any prior knowledge of this before moving into tech. So I don't think it had any impact really.
I agree actually. So I want to know, right? I have an idea of what your daily task, but I want, for the purpose of the people watching or that person watching, just wondering what do business analysts do exactly? They will just come to the office and come and be doing things. You know what I mean? So what's your task on a daily basis? Like, as a business analyst, every day in, day out, what do you do on a daily basis?
All right, so the main task really of a business analyst centers around system requirements. So you need to understand system requirements and then document it. That's just me giving a short version, right? But basically, it's about engaging with stakeholders for any potential system that you need to build, or even an existing system in some cases, understanding their requirements, translating that into a document that the technical team, that's the software developers, would then work with to build that solution. Now, in the situation where maybe it's an existing solution, my task there will be to first analyze that existing solution, then understand what we need to do in case maybe we need to improve it, we need to add something to it, we need to upgrade it. So um, understand the as is, then the to be, right, and then that gap, do a gap analysis to understand what we need to build. So basically, understanding system requirements and documenting it, and of course, sometimes manage the developments.
Especially
Yeah.
if you're in a team where
Project management has entered business
my
analysis.
sister,
Yeah, that
you
happens.
get
That's where that comes in. Yeah.
exactly. Okay, just like I asked Joan, I'd like to know from your perspective, what is your daily basis like as a business analyst? What do you do day in, day out as a BA?
Right. I'm going to build on what John said,
Mm,
because she has basically covered most of it. However, as a business analyst is a change enabler, right? Someone who enables change in an organization, right? Now, as a business analyst, you identify a problem and then now prefer solution. So that is the core of a business analyst. However, the day-to-day activity entails thorough follow up with the stakeholders, because that's one. I'm going to digress a bit. That's one of the skills you would need to have as
the
a business analyst.
software.
A soft skill, you need to have collaboration skill,
Very key.
because it's very important. You don't want to be speaking, or maybe you don't want to misdirect
I don't
your.
even want to know how to communicate.
Yeah, you don't want
Yeah.
to your business, and then the developer is building something else while the business wants something else. So you're going to be the one to bridge the gap between these
So are you
two
saying you
parties.
must kind of be like a people person or something?
I don't think the word is people's person, basically, right? I think you just need to have critical thinking, right? You need to have critical thinking. You need to be able to look at something and then see solution. Look at the problem and say, okay, this is how to come up with different ways to resolve it. A business analyst is someone who, when any other person says, oh no, I don't think there's a way here, you say, oh, you know what? I think there are two ways I can see from this. So you're a problem solver. That's just one of the core of being a business analyst.
I, I, I agree. Touching on what Ogechi said, right? She just said something key. She doesn't necessarily think that she has to be a people person. What's your thoughts on it?
I don't think that's what she meant exactly, because the truth is, at the core of what business analysts do is communication. So you need very strong communication skills. So you need to be able to engage people and get them to talk to you. And when they talk to you, you need to understand what they're saying. There's this thing about people just talking, just not necessarily waiting to hear or understand what the other person is saying. So you can't be that as a business analyst, because these are the people that need the solution. These are people that want to use the system. So you need to understand, you need to hear them, right, and understand what they are saying, and speak to them in a way that will make them be able to communicate their needs clearly to you, so that you'll be able to document it. So being, managing people and communicating with them is very big in what we do.
This is my opinion, but so I want us to kind of talk about it. I sometimes feel like in my work with developers, sometimes I feel like there's a motherhood anchor hanging on our heads that we're probably not aware of. Do you understand? So I feel like sometimes developers want us to hold their hands, do practically before they sneeze. You feel like this expectation is. I understand where the expectation is coming from. I mean, that's most likely like the crux of what our job entails. But you feel like sometimes the expectation is too much.
Okay, so I think it comes from the fact that you're supposed to be that bridge, like she said too. You're supposed to be that bridge between the business and the software developers. So it's like they don't speak the same language. The business speaks, oh, I want a solution that just helps me. I want to see my customers doing something, and then but the technical people are not going to build a solution that let customers see something like the business said it. So they need you to interpret for them. They need you to explain it to them in a way that they would understand. So you're that person
But
between
they
that
overdo
bridge
it
between the two of
sometimes.
them. So yeah, I know. I think they do it. I mean,
Even
but
my experience, even with communication with their fellow developers, it's almost like there's this. It's almost like when you say "peace be still," when it comes from your mouth, like "peace be still." I don't know if you get my point.
we have the magical touch with
Okay,
developers.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, okay. That's right. That's right. Lately, or I don't know if you can agree with me. I feel like there are basic misconceptions about what a business analyst is. Even misconceptions from recruiters, right? Like what they think that we do. Sometimes you go through maybe job roles and you are looking at what they want from you, and you're saying, okay, I don't think you essentially understand what a business analyst is. What do you think about that?
Okay, I think it's because, in my opinion, basically, I feel like it's because most role um they expect you to wear different hats. They
Hmm.
want you to play the role of a business analyst, of a project manager,
And data.
and data analyst,
Hmm.
right? So you would see requirements, a job role requirements where you see, oh, they want you to have data visualization skill. They want
Hmm.
you to be able to do proper follow up of a project and all of that. Those, in my opinion, are not the core of business analyst. I
Hmm.
mean, it can be an added advantage, but I
Hmm.
don't think it's a core.
Hmm. I agree.
So having to merge all of that, and then maybe a core business analyst, somebody who stays on his lane and who doesn't diversify or get or just acquire different skills, not pertaining to
Hmm.
core business analysts, you
Hmm.
find that that person is disadvantaged, because the one who has the data skill, who also has the PM skill,
Hmm.
that can do three of them. It's just like you want to buy bread. Maybe you love bread and jam, and somebody is offering you plain bread, and there's another person saying, oh, you know what, I have bread, I have jam, and I have baked beans. Who would you go for?
Of course.
So
One
that's it.
has.
That's why core business analysts, or people who don't go beyond just acquiring the skills required to be a
Hmm.
business analyst, are disadvantaged at that. So I feel, acquire all the skills you can,
Yeah.
that would help you be at advantage when it's time for you to get
I think
a
in
job.
this line, I think that there's no end to upskilling.
Yes, I agree.
You agree, right?
Yes,
It's just like is a never ending cycle.
true.
So you have to always be at the top of your game.
Mm-hmm.
So
You
I
keep
definitely
you
agree.
keep relearning. You keep.
Yeah. Let's keep it light. Let's keep it, light here and there. What's it like working on a team? It's humor me. What's it like working on a team? I can imagine with different types of people.
Well, generally, being a part of a group of people from different background,
Mm,
different ideas and
mm,
ways of doing things, it's always interesting. I mean, you have some teammates that are just not ready to do anything, and you have people
mm,
that are ready to put in like 120%, and
mm,
you have the ones that they will just some people will stress your life. And like you said, business analysts are like the model of the team. So sometimes you're the one that has to chase this one, you're the one that has to make sure everybody is delivering, because somehow, everybody, they just sort of put that project management thing on you, and you have to make sure they work. So
mm,
now imagine dealing with people that somebody that is not ready to work, really not ready to work. But you have to find a balance on the carrot and stick approach. When do you say, oh yeah, please, can you just get this done? Or when do you stand your ground and let them know that we
yeah.
have to get this done by this time? So it's always an
I
interesting
like that
experience.
carrot
Yeah.
and stick approach. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I know that Ogechi will have a lot to say about this question. What's it like working on a team for you?
Hmm.
It's a deep breath for me.
Um. It's amazing working in a team.
No. We understand. So tell us what's really on your mind. We know it's amazing.
Oh my
What's really
god.
on your mind?
Okay. I mean, working in a team, you need to make sure, especially when you have people who look up to you in the team, to get things done, to remove blockers for them. You need to make sure they are up on their feet, getting things done. I
Mm,
mean, you also need to know when to be subtle and know when to be firm. you know, because you don't want to be too firm and
Yeah.
look like you're weak, and you don't want to be too subtle, right, and look like you're,
I get you.
you
Weak.
know,
Yeah, I
yeah.
get.
So basically, I don't think I want to build or talk too much on this, but it's
To me,
just
Sha, I think.
you have different people from different backgrounds,
Mm,
you know, who have different ways of or ideology about work and approaches and all of that. So
mm,
you just have to be an understanding team player,
mm.
right, to get the job done.
Can I be honest?
Don't be honest, bring it down.
Can I be honest?
Don't be, please.
Can I be honestly? I think take being a BA out of it. I think
Mm.
people are the hardest to work with. Human beings generally. Whether you're a business analyst, whether you're a doctor, a lecturer of mine once said something. He said, "Why are you people so hard to manage?"
Can you imagine?
And this is somebody that you typically look at, oh, you're doing this, you're handling this so well. I was saying somewhere that you can be really good at handling people and still struggle with it. There's no shame in it. There's absolutely, so if there's somebody that's a BA that is watching this or intends to, you feel like there's no shame in it. You will have some bad days and you have some good days. The at the end of the day, the goal is to always learn from different experiences. I definitely had some bad days where I feel like I'd had it up to here, but we move on. We learn from it and
We move. We
my
move. We move,
sister
man. We move.
word we move at the end of the
We
day.
move.
Okay. So for education purposes, right? What are the tools that you use on a daily basis and your most loved tools? Maybe like a tool that you feel like you can't go a day, you can't do without. The love of your life, essentially.
I think that has to be Jira.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's easy to track your projects.
Mm.
I think that has to be Jira. Anything you don't put on Jira, I mean, we assume that you didn't
You
do
didn't do
anything.
it.
So
Okay.
you want to make sure everything is captured, you know, at whatever stage you are, you just keep updating your projects on Jira. So I think Jira is my most used tool.
For assessment purposes.
Yes.
I agree, 100%. John, what's your
I think we are forgetting our goats of all time. That's Word. Because we are going to do a lot of documents.
right? Praise God,
So,
true. Greater
so
than
Word, really, you should know. I mean, I think it's basic, yeah, but it's something you use often. And of course, the PowerPoint, the Excel sometimes, but and of course, Visio for your process
By the way,
flows.
that's the love of my own
Your
life. I
process
don't know what they're
flows,
talking about,
please. So
but that's the love of my life.
yeah, and then as an
Visual is
extension, we
maybe
have
not
our
visual. Okay. Maybe not visual, but like
yeah, whatever you use to
Draw
to
the
do your
design.
to do your
draw the
process flows. Yeah,
dial, usage
yeah.
chart, any.
And then for people that as a business analyst, sometimes you do a bit of wireframing. So you need all those tools that you can use
That's
for
not
your
your most
lo-fi.
loved.
So it's not most loved, though. It's not like I really like. I mean, sometimes I prefer to just use biro, pen and paper, and
I'm
sketch
telling
something
you,
out
yeah.
to
So
show my designer.
So
But
I think I have a love hate relationship with Figma. You get so I used to really love it, and now I don't know if I really love it. I think I'm tilting towards. Can I just drink? Can I just
But
But
that's even the first step.
I appreciate
Mhm.
the when it comes to like when I eventually wireframes and all that. I
Yeah.
appreciate. We have a lot of appreciation for it. 100%. But is it my most loved? No.
No, exactly.
no,
I
it's
mean,
just something you need. It's
who's
something
loved
that
that?
helps you to achieve what you want to achieve.
I
It's
think
not like you
I
love
think
it,
it's like
but
sunscreen. To since we're all ladies,
It's your skincare.
I don't love
Skincare
sunscreen, but I
routine.
do it anyways.
yeah.
So pretty much.
So Figma, Adobe XD,
Yeah.
sometimes balsamic. Just
Mm,
not my everyday tool. Sometimes you might not even use it. There are some
Exactly.
job role that you might not.
Yeah.
You might, if you're working directly with your designer, you might just do your document, explain to them, and they would give you the wireframe. So
yeah.
so it might not, but it's something that is nice to have. You'll be so it's like she mentioned for the when we're talking about the other things that they might require from a business analyst is that thing that will set you apart. So I can also do some wireframe. So
It even gives some
nice
sense
to
of
have.
fulfillment. You feel like
Yeah.
you're all inclusive in the
Yes.
process, and nobody can tell you nothing.
Total
Total
package.
package.
Yeah.
That's the word. Total package. Um, So
Gotten.
on the final note, right? I like to ask for anybody watching right now and just saying they're just been saying business analysis is money, business analysis. How do I exactly get into this? Kindly point me in the right direction. What do I need to know? What do I need to do? What do I need to possess as a person to know if I'm even even if I'm a right fit for business analyst? Because it's not everybody that can be a business analyst. Very key. It's not everybody, but it's achievable. So who let's go first?
All right, so I think there are lots of resources online, both free and paid, right? So you can go to YouTube, business analysis. A lot of people, even online, there are a lot of just different schools. Business analysts. To be a business analyst, I think there's a bridging the gap person that does a lot of free, post a lot of free, but now a lot of paid stuff too. Udemy, Coursera. These channels will help you. You would get some short courses that give you the background, but the truth is you never really learn it all. So you just constantly keep upskilling, keep learning. There'll be little things you learn this here, learn this there. But I think the best way to learn is also when you get your hands on projects. So it might be as simple as, oh, you know that these people are working on the software.
Volunteer.
I just volunteer to be a part of that team.
Yeah.
What can I help you with? Is it to write documents? Is it to so that's how you really learn.
Yeah, you can also try Simply Learn. You can also try LinkedIn.
Yeah.
LinkedIn is also a good place to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, YouTube. And
I think
yeah.
my personal, because I upskilled with them. So Tools and Tech, I said it countless times on this channel. So Tools and Tech is a great place for someone that wants to go into business analysis. You pay, but it's not free. But I'm also aware that they have a lot of packages, so that attends to your financial need. So that might be a good place for you to look out. Even when you get on the job, your learning never stops. Somebody I know will say something. There are only two people that don't change or learn in this life: the dead and the foolish. So as you are not foolish and you are not dead, you
Keep upskilling.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going. So it's been awesome having Techies here. I've learned one or two things from you guys. It's been insightful for me, and I hope, as much as this is a labor of love for us, I hope that somebody out there gets one or two. I always say this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% get something from these videos that I make.
You've been impacted.
That's my job is done essentially. So I hope one person there finds the video very educative and informative, and you get something to do. Like I always say, please don't forget to subscribe, share with your loved ones. People are looking for this information on a daily basis. Share with your loved ones and let me know in the comment. If you're a BA, hit us up in the comment section. What's your social media handle? Do you want me to follow you?
Well, I'm indifferent. On LinkedIn, my name is Ogechi. Okay, you can follow me on LinkedIn and on Instagram. On Instagram, nothing business analysis on Instagram. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, that's fine. Petitudes 007.
Okay, I'll put it on the screen. Okay. So do you want?
John Ajani John Erunke on LinkedIn, Erunke Pearl on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay. Eric Capel. And that's bye guys. See you in my next one.
Bye.
Bye.